Well, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Cromwell B replay. This time we'll be featuring a replay sent in from nemoz33. Now, before anybody goes and points out the obvious, yes, I did put up a replay last week of this same match from Stoic Paragon's point of view. However, today, instead of highlighting the Cromwell B's ability to use another tank's turret against them by circling and slowly whittling it to death, we are going to show the Cromwell B's other great capability of ramming an unexpected tank straight into oblivion. So first things first, let's talk about the Cromwell B. As most of you know, there is another Cromwell tank. It is bought in-game through the tech tree. And being perfectly honest with you, there is not a whole lot of difference between the Cromwell B and the Cromwell when you fit the Vickers High Velocity 75mm or the Tier 6 gun on the standard Cromwell. Both tanks have the same firepower capabilities and have very similar gun handling capabilities. However, you will find that in the Cromwell, with the top turret equipped, you can get a turret traverse dispersion of 0.14, and for the Cromwell B, you can expect 0.16. All other stats for gun handling are exactly the same. One of the minor differences between the Cromwell B and the Cromwell is the fact that the Cromwell B comes with a special radio which gives it about 570 meters of view range compared to the top radio on the Cromwell, which is only capable of cranking out 550. Otherwise, these tanks are pretty much the same tanks. However, when you look at some of the movement stats on the Cromwell, you start to see why the Cromwell B shines. For example, the Cromwell on hard terrain has a resistance of approximately 0.9, while the Cromwell B is somewhere around 0.5. Similarly, for the Cromwell on medium terrain, you have a 1 compared to a 0.6, and on soft terrain, you can look to get about 1.8 out of the Cromwell and 1.5 out of the Cromwell B. And least but not last, the tank traverse on the Cromwell is about 36 degrees per second, while on the Cromwell B, you can look to squeeze about 50 degrees per second. And that is why the Cromwell B is the Cromwell better. You just simply can get around and do more. And when you're in command of a tank that is supposed to flank people and use its rapid rate of fire to melt a tank, that's what you need. And as we all know, this tank is hidden behind the premium wall, and it only goes on sale during special events. So therefore, I suggest that as soon as physically possible, you drop the dime and purchase this tank. Now, some of you are probably asking, now, Blindswiped, what should I equip on this tank? Oh, hold on a second here. Wait a minute. Oh, God, down in the ditch. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, what do you need to put on this tank? Let me tell you, seeing as this tank is used for flanking and melting other tanks, you should probably equip at least one repair kit. And even more so, you should probably equip both a regular repair kit and a premium repair kit. Because there is nothing worse than finding yourself commanding this tank in the open, attempting to circle, tracked. Because if you are in that position, your rear armor and your side armor are going to do absolutely nothing for you. There might as well be open space there. This tank has one job and one job only: to circle enemy tanks. If you can't do that, then you might as well leave the ammo in the garage, because you're just dead weight, son. So you're probably thinking to yourself, okay, I've got it figured out. The Cromwell B is better than the Cromwell, and that I should be circling tanks, and that I probably should be carrying 2 repair kits. What can I do to make this better? Well, the next best thing you can do is pick up the phone, call up your buddy and say, hey man, get in your Cromwell B. We're going to go platoon this out. Because as you can see right here, Stokes across the way, and he is getting relieved of his hit points quickly. So, you're platooned up. You've got your Cromwell all set and ready to go. So what do you do if your platoon mate is in need? Well, first things first. You have a look around. Make sure that you're not going to get smoked in the side. So let's assess what the enemy tank's doing. He's clearly more focused on the tank that's been hurting him. You auto-aim because that's doing it right in a Cromwell B. What do you do now? You're not going to make the reload. And that Hellcat's probably going to turn and face you. Oh, hell, there ain't but one thing to do. Ramming speed. So what have we learned here, boys and girls? That if one Cromwell's good and a Cromwell B's better, 2 Cromwell B's are about the most fun that you can have with your clothes on. As you can see here, Stoke is pretty much out of hit points. Let's switch up, trade. Let's put Nemo out front because that box tank will end both of these tanks quickly. But luckily, he was headed across the bridge. Let's hope he's still facing that way. And sure enough, there he is with his focus on the cap circle. Let's stop and aim this one. That 75mm round flew true. Oh, and what have we here? Oh, that right there happens to be the scum of the earth. Well, let's load the HE and see if we can't derp this thing down. Well, it already knows you're here. Your sixth sense has gone off. So you've got to make a decision. You know you got your platoon mate behind you. If you are to fail, this guy might still go down. Well, let's go ahead and send one his way, see if we can't eliminate as many hit points as possible, and engage ramming speed. However, this is Artie, and he splashes you to death. I want to thank all you guys for tuning in, and if you're new here, please make sure to hit that subscribe button below, and always like and comment. Until next time, take care.